Hello and welcome to News Update, where we let you know what's happening around the South Bahamas Conference and the world. Last weekend was an historic milestone for Seventh-day Adventists in the Bahamas. On October 28th, for the first time in our region, the Bahamas was host to church officials of the Inter-American Division of Seventh-day Adventists, which held their year-end meetings at the Atlantis Hotel on Paradise Island. A number of very important issues were discussed that will affect the Atlantic Caribbean Union mission, which is a part of the IAD. The strategic plan for ACUM was voted, and two evangelism initiatives were discussed, namely Mission to the Cities and Vision 1 million. The Bahamas is a part of this territory, which boasts a membership of over 3.3 million. During the weekend, the Atlantic Caribbean Union Mission dedicated its new headquarters on Gladstone Road. The ceremony was attended by various dignitaries from the clergy, government ministers, and leader of the opposition, the Honorable Perry Christie. The Prime Minister, the Honorable Hubert Ingram, in his address at the dedication, called the Seventh-day Adventist Church a beacon of faithful service and Christian stewardship in our country.
You've also made an important contribution to education in the Bahamas, molding the lives of young men and women who have in turn contributed to community and national development. Your role in instilling good work ethic and its desire to succeed in one's work life assists our youth in meaningful and beneficial ways.
Israel Leto, president for the Adventist Church in Inter-America, told Prime Minister Ingram that Adventists in the Bahamas appreciate the high level of religious freedom granted by the government.
We as Seventh-day Adventists, we value the liberties granted to all people in Bahamas. And this not only to the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
The president of ACUM, Dr. Leonard Johnson, expressed his gratitude to God and to all those who made this a reality.
Leaders who came before these three leaders, myself and my colleagues. These persons, along with other individuals from the former West Indies Union and throughout, have prayed for this day, have labored for this day. And we, the present generation, have inherited what we never worked for. And we must never forget that. And that's why we salute you.
ACUM oversees Adventist church work in the Bahamas, Cayman Islands, and Turks and Caicos, including nearly 30,000 Adventists. November 1st to the 11th, 2011, we are all being challenged to get stepping and join the World Diabetes Day 1 Million Steps Challenge. Be a part of a team of 10 persons who will walk 10,000 steps a day for 10 days. For more information or to register, call Dr. Monique Mitchell at 362-1258 or the Diabetic Research Institute at 326-5134. National Friendship Day will be held on Wednesday, November 23, 2011. The committee has as its goal to promote, encourage, and reestablish a friendship culture in the Bahamas, where everyone is making the effort to be kind and courteous. There will be a National Friendship Week beginning November 19th to the 25th. Churches will celebrate Friendship Day on Sabbath, November 19th, and Sunday, November 20th. On Wednesday, November 23rd at 10 a.m., there will be a Friendship Parade with the Royal Bahamas Police Band from Rawson Square to Southern Recreation Grounds, where a Friendship Day civic ceremony will be held, and every school is encouraged to have a friendship emphasis during the school assemblies during that week. Every year during the fall, the Seventh-day Adventist Church around the world pauses to pray in a united fashion for 1 week. This spiritual emphasis is called the Week of Prayer. This year, the church will pause for prayer from November 5th to November 12th under the theme, God's Saving Grace. The entire Adventist World Church uses a set of prayer readings during the week, and through these, we will see how the grace of God is being mediated to believers through Jesus Christ in the heavenly sanctuary. This week is a time to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. While our needs and those of our country are many, this is not a time to despair. As we unite in prayer, God will open the windows of heaven and pour us out a blessing that we will not have room enough to receive it. As part of the week's pause for prayer, everyone is invited to come together on Sunday, November 6th at the Living Faith Seventh-day Adventist Church for united prayer sessions. Under the theme, Fanning the Flames of the Psalm, the youth of the South Bahamas Conference will launch out into the community of the Carmichael Road area at the Good News Seventh-day Adventist Church in Flamingo Gardens, beginning November 12th. The guest speaker will be Pastor Asher Dane Duncan, newly appointed pastor to the South Andros District of Seventh-day Adventist Churches, and he is all fired up for Jesus. Our young people realize their mission and responsibility to make a difference right in their own neighborhoods, and all are invited to come and celebrate life and find joy in serving the Lord. The Women's Ministries Department of the Freeport Seventh-day Adventist Church continue their weekly midday joy service held every Thursday at the church from 1 to 2 p.m. For the rest of the year, they will be in a study of the 10 Commandments using the Bible and the Spirit of Prophecy. This lunchtime prayer meeting is open to males and females, so join them and get your joy on. In Adventist world news, the humanitarian arm of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is responding to the worst flooding Thailand has seen in half a century. More than a third of the Southeast Asian country is currently flooded following months of unexpected heavy monsoon rains. The Adventist Development and Relief Agency in Thailand has already distributed nearly 2,000 emergency care packages to affected families. Each package includes food staples, drinking water, and medicines. ADRA Thailand also provided an additional 1,500 cases of water to residents of remote districts where families are stranded without electricity or supplies. Water flowing south toward the Gulf of Thailand has already killed close to 400 people and displaced more than 100,000, the Associated Press reported. Tens of thousands of Bangkok residents are fleeing the capital ahead of waist-high water. Church leaders are concerned that Thailand Adventist Mission Headquarters, as well as many of the church's nearby schools, churches, and hospitals, are vulnerable to flooding in the coming days. ADRA officials in Thailand are expected to reassess the situation in the upcoming weeks, providing additional assistance as necessary. Well, thanks for watching Adventist News Update. On behalf of the South Bahamas Conference and the production team, I'm Andrea Musgrove for Adventist TV.